Hey, what's good with the YouTube? This is your boy Rojo, and this is the Rojo Room. And man, I got something crazy, man. This is about MS-13, but the catch is San Francisco. This is the Department of Justice, and this is just from a couple of months ago. Members and associates of MS-13 in San Francisco charged with participation in gang-related murders and furtherance of racketeering conspiracy. A federal grand jury returned a second superseding indictment charging 13 current and former Bay Area residents for a broad range of racketeering crimes, including allegations that many defendants participated in gang related murders and attempted murders as part of a racketeering conspiracy, announced acting United States Attorney Stephanie Hines and Homeland Security Investigations Special Agent in charge, Tatum King. The second superseding indictment handed down on November 4th of 2021 and is now unsealed includes new allegations against defendants previously indicted on February 18th of 2020 and adds charges against three new defendants. We're never going to stop seeking justice for murder, Attorney Hines says. The new indictment reflects our commitment to a partnership of federal, state, and local law enforcement to protect our community against violence, especially from criminal street gangs such as MS-13. According to the second superseding indictment, the defendants were members of the transnational criminal organization MS-13. MS-13 operates in El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala, Mexico, and at least 20 states in the United States. The MS-13 clique in San Francisco is the 20th Street clique. The second superseding indictment describes how the 20th Street clique relies on crime to operate, including to avoid detection by law enforcement, to initiate new recruits, to enhance the reputation of the gang and individual members, to maintain control of drug distribution channels, and to intimidate people who might testify against or otherwise defy the gang. The second superseding indictment builds on the February 18, 2020 indictment by describing additional violent crimes the defendants have allegedly committed, including three murders. It alleges that on or about March 17th of 2017, Elmer Rodriguez, aka Gordo, ordered another gang member to kill a victim perceived to be a gang rival outside the beauty bar in the Mission District of San Francisco. It further alleges that on May 25th of 2017, Edwin Amaya, aka Muerte, murdered a fellow member on the 20th Street clique with a bladed weapon in Bernal Heights under the direction of Rodriguez because they believed the victim had violated gang rules. Finally, it alleges that on February 13th of 2018, Abner Alegria, aka Cochi or Chapin, Jose Tercero Perez, aka Delito, Kevin Melendez, Neutron, Kevin Zapata, Mission, and Fernando Romero Bonilla, aka Black, all played a culpable role in the murder or its aftermath of a suspected gang rival in the parking lot of the Gray Whale Cove Trail in Pacifica. According to the indictment, Perez, Melendez, Zapata, and Bonilla encountered the victim at the Mission's playground, which is in the heart of the gang's territory. Moropin then drove Tercero, Perez, Melendez, and the victim to the Gray Whale Cove parking lot, where Melendez and Perez attacked and murdered the victim with a bladed weapon and a 9mm firearm. Zapata and Bonilla later arrived on scene to remove potentially incriminating evidence. The second superseding indictment also alleges that on April 20th of 2018, Perez, Melendez, Brigido Josue Gonzalez Sales, aka Innocent, or Kiko, attempted to murder a suspected gang rival near South Van Ness Avenue and Adair Street in the Mission District of San Francisco. In all, the second superseding indictment alleges 15 overt acts of violence, including murders, attempted murders, and assault with a dangerous weapon, allegedly perpetrated by the defendants in furtherance of the racketeering conspiracy. And it just goes on and on to list all the charges, man. We won't bother with that, man. We already know it's murder and RICO. The court also may order additional terms of supervised release should they get out. An indictment merely alleges crimes have been committed, they're innocent until proven guilty. It's being prosecuted by the Organized Crime Strike Task Force, San Francisco Police Homicide, San Mateo Gang Intelligence Unit, Daly City Police, Panola Police, Redwood Police, LA street crimes reduction teams and San Pablo police. Anyway, and MS-13 is out there right in the heart of the Bay Area, just doing what they do. It's a trip, man, with all this stuff going on. MS always seems to make the headlines just because of some of the details that go into their victims' loss of life. I'm trying to say this discreetly so I don't get in trouble, but all the extra stuff they do to try to prove a point and try to instill fear and whatnot. They seem to make the headlines a lot, man. I've looked through all kinds of articles, and if you type in like gang stuff, MS-13 dominates that stuff. When, yeah, don't get me wrong, they're out there doing their thing, but so is everybody else. You know what I mean? And when Donald Trump specifically mentioned them, that, had people gravitate toward, man, that's the most dangerous group. And don't get me wrong, they're nobody to play around with. No gang is, man. They have the propensity to do whatever they want to do at any given time. And if you cross them and they feel slighted, they're gonna holler at you about it. But yeah, man, right there, San Francisco, MS. Curious how they get along with the other Sereno neighborhoods that are in the city. If anybody knows, man, please leave it in the comments or hit me up on Instagram, Comics Perspective or the Rojo Room, and direct message me. I'm curious about that, man. If they're like, they get along or do they not get along? You know what I mean? That's an interesting question. But anyway, that's a little bit about MS-13 right there in San Francisco. I like to keep these ones short over here. Hope you enjoyed it. Holler at you guys later.